So there we were, packed in the minivan and ready to embark on our annual family road trip. My dad, in his typical fashion, had meticulously planned the journey down to the last rest stop. The first few hours were standard road trip fare, squabbles over the playlist, obligatory bathroom breaks, and the inevitable "are we there yet?" from my little brother. Things took a turn for the interesting when Dad, our self-appointed navigator, decided to test out a new GPS app he had downloaded the night before. It promised not only the fastest routes but also emotional support for drivers. We all chuckled and assumed it was just a quirky marketing gimmick. As we cruised down the highway, the GPS started with typical directions: take this exit, merge onto that freeway, but then, out of nowhere, it chimed in with, in 3.5 miles, consider addressing the lingering resentment from last night's argument. My mom shot my dad a look, and my sister snorted from the back seat, saying she wondered if it would weigh in on her non-existent love life next. My dad tried to dismiss it as a glitch, but the GPS wasn't done. Soon, it was suggesting detours to open up about your feelings and advising us to turn left at the intersection of honesty and vulnerability. By the time we hit the state line, the GPS was in full-on therapist mode. In 500 feet, embrace your inner child, it instructed, just as my dad was about to miss an exit. My mom, stifling laughter, said maybe the GPS was onto something and suggested we all heed its advice, at least for the sake of curiosity. My brother piped up, saying he didn't want to discuss his emotional baggage because it was too heavy for the minivan. The absurdity of a GPS-turned-relationship counselor had us all in stitches, and we started taking turns doing exaggerated impressions of it predicting our personal issues. Finally, as we pulled into our destination, the GPS delivered its pièce de résistance: you've arrived at your destination. Remember, the real journey is the one we take inside our hearts. Now, go unpack your emotional luggage. My dad turned off the engine, shaking his head with a grin, and said, "Well, I guess that means our baggage claim is the living room." We all groaned in unison, but the laughter that followed was worth every detour.